Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of my favorite trip to the movies. Before we get started, just want to give a huge shout out to all the healthcare workers out there, all the teachers, and all the other essential workers right now getting us through this time. So much thanks to all of you, sincerely. Um, Welcome back to another episode. This is the show where we discuss our favorite movie theater memories, our favorite movie theater concession items, on kind of just the overall awesomeness of going out and experiencing art. When we can do that again. Because right now, definitely movie going is not as how it was. I don't know if that's the right way to say that. But theaters have opened up in some states with limited capacity. But I definitely want to keep doing this until like we get back to that 100% again, until everyone can go back and feel safe. Today's guest is a human being who I've had the honor of knowing for quite some time. We were roommates in college, friends in high school, friends in middle school, elementary school, and just one of the most awesome musicians. And he currently runs a music management company, JCJ Projects. You can check out their website. The link will be posted below. They got a Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter page. Um, he has a EP on YouTube from me to you. Actually, I might have said that wrong. I had it up here, so I didn't say it wrong. I'm sorry, and I have it on my phone, so I should know this.
No worries. From me for you.
From me for
It
you.
was same idea. Same
Same
idea.
idea.
I'm appreciating all the plugs, just like plug after plug after plug.
Oh, of course. Hey, you deserve it for sure. So definitely check out the EP on iTunes as well. And I'm sure I'm forgetting other things to plug because there's so much awesome stuff Jeremy's involved with. Jeremy Gentry. Jeremy, how's it going on this Friday night?
It's going great. Much better now that I'm talking to the Joseph Scott Spangler.
Oh, thank you, Jeremy Charles Gentry. I'm honored to be talking to you. So let's get right into it. Jeremy, what is your favorite movie theater memory, or one or a few of them?
My favorite. So I had to think about this when you texted me the other night. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of movies, not as many as you, but I've gone to the theater, since I was a little kid with my family and with friends. And the first one that came to my mind was, oh gosh, I would say, I don't know the exact year, but I would say it was probably still in elementary school because it was based around Take Your Child to Work Day. And I don't know if I told you this story. It involves our good mutual friend, Zach Davis.
Oh, awesome guy.
And we went to Take Your Child to Work Day with my dad, and he was working at the Bull Sox Training Academy at the time, and we went to work with him, and we were like shooting hoops on the Bulls like practice court and in the batting cages, and we were doing everything we could do kind of at work with him. And then of course like he was showing us what he was doing and stuff like that. Um, but then we kind of ran out of stuff to do, and we had like tired ourselves out, and we were sitting in his office, and he like asked us, "Hey, you want to go get some lunch?" So we went to go get some lunch. This is all like a very long-winded. It seems unrelated to favorite movie trip experience, but it's getting there. He asked if we wanted to get some lunch, so we went out to get some lunch. And on our way back to Bull Sox Training Academy, we were passing a movie theater, and he looked at us. He was like, "Do you guys want to see a movie?" And we were like, "Okay." And keep in mind, we were in elementary school, so like we weren't going to the movies alone very much in those years, if at all. Like it was either with our family or like with our parent and friends. Like I don't think I was going. Were you going to the movies in elementary school with just friends?
Um, Not as much, yeah, as recently for sure. Maybe like starting seventh or eighth grade, maybe
Yeah,
around then.
yeah,
But yeah, definitely like you said, it's definitely still a new thing.
yeah. So we were like, oh, okay, and we thought he was gonna come with us, but he was like, oh no, I gotta get back to work. So he just dropped us off, and it was kind of like a stormy day out. And he was like, "What do you want to see?" And Disturbia was in the theaters with Shia LaBeouf, which was that like horror thriller, the neighbor's a killer kind of mystery movie. And he like bought us tickets. I'm pretty sure that movie was rated R, maybe not, but he bought us tickets. We got in, we sat down, and the movie started. And as we were watching it, it got to like one of the really intense, scary parts of the movie where he opened like a door, and then like the killer neighbor was on the other side of the door, and it was kind of a jump scare, and right at the jump scare all the power went out in the movie theater. And because it was a really stormy day, right at the jump scare, like almost on cue, and there was like only a couple other people in the theater, all the lights went out, like not even the emergency lights were on. It was pitch black. And we like grabbed each other and we screamed, and then like the people in the front corner screamed, and we were like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And a couple of like seconds of silence went by, and we were like, "Should we start getting up?" And all of a sudden, we heard up from the box where they're projecting the movie, one of the AMC workers go, everybody stay calm. The storm has blown all the power in the theater. We're trying to get the generators up and running. Everybody just stay calm." And me and Zach were like, "What the heck is going on? Like, how did this just happen? We should be at Take a Child to Work Day. Now we're in this theater alone, like little kids. The power is out completely. We're watching a horrible, like, scary movie at the time, and a few minutes went by in complete darkness, and then we didn't have iPhones and stuff with flashlights on. Like we were just sitting in the darkness. A few minutes went by, and all of a sudden the lights kicked on, and the movie started playing again. And the guy like rewound the movie, and I feel like I have a memory of like watching it rewind, and then he just like it just kept going like nothing was wrong. And when it finally ended, and we called my dad to pick us up, we told him, and I'm pretty sure he was like, "Don't tell Mrs. Davis, don't tell Mrs. Gentry." So that was probably a movie experience that was fun and crazy and memorable that I'll probably never forget.
Oh, I love that story for so many ways, and the way you just mentioned, I'm gonna get to at the end. But first up, I love how like take your child to work day. That's just such a memorable random day to
Yeah,
see a movie. That's
yeah,
so because it's probably like that time at the end of the day where it's like it's not even worth it to go back to school, or like maybe there's like a an hour or two left. That
exactly.
usually those events always wrap up kind of like an hour left before it,
Yeah,
So yeah, it's and then also being by yourself at that age, that's such like a new thing. So that and then the fact that power went out literally at that scene is like
yeah,
almost oh my
yeah.
gosh. I remember I remember your story about because I remember you said you got to test like a new type of basketball. I for some reason I remember that part of
Oh
that.
yeah, we were doing a bunch of cool stuff. Yeah, I
Mm.
think it had some kind of. You're right. I think it had some kind of like new grip or something on it. I don't know what it was, but we pretty much did everything we could possibly do, and he was like out of ideas. He was like, "I have to go back after lunch. I have work to do, and you guys are bored now, so go to the movies."
Oh, that is so I yeah, I don't think I've heard that story or I don't remember. That is so funny.
Yeah, it was a crazy one. I'll have to next time we're with Zach, we'll have to ask him how he remembers it. It might be different.
Yeah, we got to get the other. Yeah, we got to hit his perspective for sure. And seeing the like that almost is a weird feeling, like seeing the movie rewind on a movie theater screen. That'd be
Yeah,
like you mentioned, it's
I
kind
feel
of
like I do have a memory of that, just because I'd never seen that before. I'd never been in a movie where it stopped. Like you sit down, the movie plays, and 2 hours later you leave. But there was a brief intermission for
Did
sure.
you ever think like that was part of the movie? Like, was there like a
Well,
second where you're like,
there was a second of fear.
mm,
No, like legit fear. We were
mm,
little kids.
mm,
We were already seeing a movie that was kind of freaky.
mm,
And then in one of the scarier parts, yeah, the power went out. And there was a brief moment for me. I can't speak for Zach or anyone else still in the theater, but there was a moment for me where I was like, "Oh God, like what's happening? Is this real life? Are we about to have to run for our life here?" I remember a girl probably in the front row. It was a pretty empty theater. Like it was a Tuesday or something in the middle of the day. Like no one was at the movies. But I remember a girl screaming as soon as it happened because not only was it the jump scare, but then it like came into real life, and she was really freaked. But we were scared too. I mean, it was shocking.
wait, quite an immersive movie experience that day.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Now for the next segment, and I don't not that I know exactly, but I think I know one of your answers. If there's multiple answers to this question, I know one of them pretty
Okay.
certain. Favorite movie concession items.
All right. So there's a few, but like two of them are the classic ones. Like I do love popcorn. Like I love some good popcorn, especially some of the theaters like Elk Grove has the like Parmesan kind of like dust stuff. You know what I mean? That you can put on the popcorn.
Oh,
That's
so
great.
classic.
Watermelon Sour Patch Kids. I feel
That's
like you have to get those. That's probably something that I would get every time along because you gotta have the salty, you gotta have the sweet. Um, but Watermelon Sour Patch Kids, I only eat those at the movie theater.
Yeah, whenever I think of you and the movie, I kind of picture you with those in your hand.
Yeah, I would
Kind
get them
of,
every time.
that's one of those foods. Like that's something we mentioned on other episodes of this. Like it almost feel like in any other setting, it feels like not wrong, but it just says like at the movies, this feels so like the only
Yeah,
place
it
it feels
feels
right.
right.
Yeah.
It feels. I remember. I think Pope was saying something about like it feels and tastes like the movies. Like it's just what it is. But yeah, Sour Patch Kids. Obviously, Pope was talking about ices in his, and you can't go wrong with the blue and red mix. Um, but yeah, I would say Sour Patch Kids, but specifically the watermelon ones. I like them so much, but I never buy them anywhere but the concessions at the movies.
Yeah, an iconic movie snack, and I'm glad you mentioned icy. I think I have a picture. I have like multiple pictures of you when we're at the with that and
With
icy, and
ices.
yeah, in the same hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sounds about right.
and for the last segment, and especially as someone with lots of experience as a live musician, I definitely wanted your input on this one. And I'm definitely right now. We know it's not the safest time right now to go out and experience art, unfortunately. But what do you think? Like, what is your take on the overall kind of importance of like experiencing and going out and experiencing art as opposed to just like sitting at home and taking it in? Both are awesome in their own ways, but definitely the going out I think is one that I hope sticks around.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. Netflix is great.
Mm,
Um, everything at the click of a button is nice. But there's nothing like that surround sound, floor to ceiling screen. Like all these movie theaters have the dream recliners now, but like even if it's just a theater with the old kind of crappy chairs that have gum on them and are a little torn up and it kind of are totally uncomfortable. It's all part of it. You know what I mean? It gets you ready. It's what we know. It gets you ready to sit down and escape from your everyday life. And I feel like that is the thing with movies, whether you're watching at home or in the theater, is the best part. And you could say that for art in general, but for movies specifically, for me, it is 2 hours of escape. In whatever the movie's about, whether it's a scary movie or a romantic comedy or like a great Marvel series, it's an escape from our everyday problems and everyday worries for 2 hours. And I pray that movie theaters don't go away after this. I don't think they will, but
yeah, so well said about the escape part. Because yeah, shutting your brain off,
yeah,
at any time is so difficult, and
hmm
being able to turn your phone off and kind of just take the surround sound in. I with you. I hope it sticks around too. And like you said, I think it will. I don't think at least a few of them will definitely stick
yeah.
around. If not most of them, still hopefully.
And I feel bad right now for all these kids in high school that when we were in high school and we were going to movies with all of our friends on a Friday night or Saturday night, whatever it was, that was like the thing we went to go do
Mm-hmm.
and socialize. Kids in high school right now, middle school, they're not getting that socialization, and they're not making those memories like we were making those memories. And even to this day, it's not just for high school kids. Like when we would go to the movies. What was the last movie we saw together? I was trying to think. Was it Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, you and I saw it was the 10:45 show at the AMC
Was
Chicago.
that the last one we saw together? That was a while ago.
Yeah, wow, yeah, a year and a few months already.
Um, like that was the end of one of my favorite series of all time, and that was like something I'll remember forever, is seeing that movie, um, and being there with you and watching it, and then going out and doing the parking lot review afterwards, and kind of being shocked that I just watched the last movie that my dad showed me, and then we watched together when the prequels came out, and then ended up watching with my friends because all my friends got into it once um, the new series came out, and those are memories that we'll always have that right now people literally can't make, and that's a shame.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's heartbreaking they can't make those memories for sure. Because like you said, Rise of Skywalker. And then you and I and Pope, we went to Force Awakens opening night. Like I think we were because we weren't gonna go opening night just because we wanted to wait till it wasn't, or maybe go like one of the next few days just because we thought we
Yeah,
couldn't get tickets. Because I know it was kind of we were maybe some of us were traveling in from that,
yeah,
so we were just trying to figure that out. We spontaneously went. I always remember that. I
And
remember
then
driving home and just like, oh.
and that was when we were weren't we also standing kind of on the side as the first showing or whatever showing before us was coming out, and we literally were like plugging our ears and had our headphones in. Wasn't that the same time?
Yeah. Oh
Because we
yeah.
were so worried about hearing the spoilers, and
And that's
that's
when
the
the trend
excitement
started.
too.
Yeah. That's when the trend started to bring headphones to the movies. That's when we started
Yeah.
doing that.
I mean, because you just can't trust people. That if anyone's listening to this that doesn't already do this, don't walk out of the movie like saying anything that happened in the movie. Wait till you get in your car. Like wait till you get in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, you hate to see that happen for sure, especially like in a movie like any of those big movies where you literally people are, staying off the internet for weeks.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and then kind of going off that too, kind of what you said about making those memories. Like I was trying to think of movies we went to that we very well could have watched at home, but like was made that much better because we went out and made. And I think one that comes to mind was Ted 2, which we very well could have watched like at home and just thrown on. But we went out and we were locked in.
Yeah.
We were in that movie.
Yeah.
I always remember that.
Recently too, Godzilla. Like we didn't have to go to the theater and see Godzilla.
Oh,
Nothing against
Godzilla.
Godzilla, but remember how like painfully loud that movie was?
Yeah, this might be the first like not good movie experience on this
I mean,
trip.
it was what it was. You
Yeah.
know, we still enjoyed our time, and that's
Yeah.
the point. Like, even if it's a bad movie, you still
Yeah.
enjoy going to the movies. But yeah, that movie, that was kind of a negative experience because there were times that movie where I was like, oh God, please stop, please give me a break.
But you see, we will always have those
Yeah,
memories.
yeah, and we'll always have that ear damage.
Yeah, that was yeah, because we usually don't sit in the middle, but the theater was empty, so we gave it a try. Maybe that was
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what got us. But I think we went like at 9:45 on a Sunday night
That was
during a work week.
why did we do that?
I definitely it was my doing. I was like, Jeremy,
But
we have to see
why?
this movie.
Like, why did we feel like Godzilla had to be seen right then and there?
That's a good question.
Is there even gonna be a sequel to that? They like set up for stuff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Kong.
Oh yeah, it's Kong and
Yeah.
Godzilla. Well, we have to go see that.
Yeah, we will. We'll wear protective.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah,
That's a good idea.
that's coming out soon. And just another random one I'm gonna throw in there before we close. I always remember when we just I want to give Jeremy a shout out because he saw the McDonald's movie with me. I wanted to go see The Founder, and that was just such like I think we were the only ones there, and that was just such like
Yeah.
a random thing to go see. So thank
It
you,
wasn't
Jeremy.
bad.
Yeah,
It
that
wasn't
was.
bad.
That's like one of those other ones like you easily could have thrown out at home, but I'm glad I saw it at the movie theater.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did see that. Hey, I learned a lot in that movie.
Yeah, that
There's
was
stuff I
fun.
didn't know.
So hey, that's the last segment. And before we close, do you have anything coming up you want to promote? Any words to the viewers? What is it? What do you got, Jeremy?
Nothing much. I mean, if you're watching this and you're an artist that's looking for some help with development and making your music, check out jcgprojects.com. Send me an email. Send me your stuff. Send me any questions you have. I'd love to help out. I'm working with an artist right now. Her name is Martina Lynn, and we just finished what we hope to be her first original music out there in the world. So that's super exciting, and just looking to help anyone that needs it.
So well said, Jeremy. And you and anyone listening to, he is literally like one of the best people ever to like be involved with musically. Do it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll post all those links below for sure because you definitely got to check him out and check out his company. So yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Jeremy, for the awesome take your child to work day story. That was I love that. And have an awesome night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
All right. See ya.